Hey friends, coming at you with another episode of hashtag OPW Old People Wisdom. How you doing today? I have a topic today I want to talk about that is near and dear to my heart. I want to talk about the idea. Who are you listening to and why are you listening to them? So when we think about life in general, and you heard me say in video one, if you watched it, life is better as a team sport. Life is better as a team sport. Sometimes we take that a little too far, though. Sometimes we decide the important decisions in our life by committee. And what I mean by that, we want to buy a new house, we want to get a new car, we have a new potential partner we're interested in. Well, the first thing we do is start taking a poll of all of our friends and family to find out, what do they think? Would they do it? Do they like this person? Do they not like this person? Do they think this is a good house? Do they think it's a good car? We start taking inventory about other people's opinions. That's not a problem. I do believe that life is better as a team sport. Having different people's perspectives can be very helpful. The opportunity becomes in the discernment of how much stock do you place in those opinions versus is it just inventory of a collection of ideas and then you're taking stock of how you feel about it and your voice is the weightiest voice in that decision. You see, when we allow other people to influence our decisions, it's very easy to sit back if things don't go the way we want them to go. Maybe that partner didn't turn out to be the right partner. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Right, Miss Right, gender neutral right, if that's a thing. Maybe it wasn't. And then we want to sit back and point fingers and say, well, so and so told me. And we don't accept personal responsibility for the fact that we, in fact, are the ones that made the choice. It was all up to us. They might have weighed in, but we were the ones to say yes or no, or whatever the case may be, right? So that's one hiccup to who are you listening to and why are you listening to them. Another hiccup of who are you listening to and why are you listening to them is, are you listening to the right people? You know, I worked for a number of years in the personal growth industry for a company, and we had lots of people who came through our seminars and our coursework, and inevitably it was great work. The work is pristine. I mean, really top notch. And they would go home and they would start impacting their lives with some positive change. And the people in their lives would get really bent out of shape because things were changing and they were freaked out. Oh, well, it must be that crazy, weird thing you went and did, that personal growth stuff. No, it was that they made a choice to do things different because it fit what they wanted, what that person individually wanted, right? And so people would be shy about bringing new people into the work to come do the work, right? Because people felt judged or that their loved ones were going to think what they were doing was odd or strange or whatever. And so they would talk to their friends and family, and their friends and family would shake their heads and say, oh, I read about that on the internet. People say it's a cult. Excuse me, I'm your family member or I'm your close friend. I'm sitting right in front of you and I'm telling you, I did this class and I had a great experience. You've known me for 20 years. Are you going to take the word of somebody on the internet you've never met before that told you that they had a bad experience or they think it's weird or a cult or whatever? Their opinion matters to you more than my opinion, and we've known each other for 20 years and we're BFFs or tight friends or whatever? Really? That's fascinating. So this idea of who are you listening to and why are you listening to them? So many times people come to me for coaching or advice or whatnot, and I'm very selective about any advice I give. If you are looking for advice on a relationship, a romantic relationship, I've been with my husband now for a long time. We're just going to leave it at a long time. I already told you in video one how old I was. We're going to leave it at a long time. We started off as childhood sweethearts in high school. I'll leave it at that, right? A long time, decades we've been together. We've been through everything a marriage could possibly be through. Literally, like we have been around the block 40 or 50 times. My point is, if someone came to me for relationship advice, that's an area that I could actually offer some value to them. Because based on results, I've got that handled. No one's ended up dead or in jail yet, right? There's always a yet. But that's an area I have a lot of expertise in. I've got a lot of challenges I've overcome. I've got a lot of things I could speak to and offer value. If someone came to me and they asked for advice on health and fitness, I am not the right person to ask that. That is still an area of my life I am on my path. I am still evolving in. That's an area of things that I am continuing to work on and have not yet, we'll call it mastered, right? If there is such a thing. I am not living in the healthy body that I want to be living in yet. So I would send that person somewhere else. Yet you're going to be astounded when I tell you how many people I know of that go solicit advice from the wrong audience. Go solicit advice. Somebody told me one time, I think it was Bob Proctor told me one time, we're sitting in a room together and he said, don't take financial advice from broke people. I mean, how much plainer can it be? Don't take financial advice from broke people. But yet that's what happens. People see something, they hear something, they want to share their nuggets of wisdom. I don't want to hear your nuggets of wisdom unless you have evidence in your life that you have put that wisdom into practice, right? So who are you listening to and why are you listening to them? You're here right now listening to me. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you give me a like or a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe to my channel. But I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I get that, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be anyone for anyone else except me, which is where this whole conversation is going. Yeah, you want to pass big decisions past other people, but not because you need them to sign off on your life choices, because you're collecting data and you're collecting other people's perspectives. That's a healthy outlook. When you start pinning your decisions on other people because you don't want to make the decision, that's a hiccup. You're here listening to me right now because I've been in the personal growth and development space for over 20 years. I have been around the block a few times, right? And I might have something of value to offer to you. But the most important voice in the equation is always going to be your voice. You are the most influential person in your life. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear it again. You are the most influential person in your life. That is a critical, important piece of this puzzle. Some of you need to actually start acting like that. Some of you need to start listening to that inner voice a little bit more. Great that you want to solicit your BFF's opinion or, go have a conversation with Bob. Cool. Yet own your decisions, because your voice is the most influential and the most important out of all the voices that exist in your world. I'm super excited to be on this journey with you. I hope you're going to create value from what we're doing here. And if you are, again, fantastic. Consider sharing this with somebody. And if this isn't your cup of tea, awesome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm very clear that it's okay for us to have a difference of opinion, and I can still love you and wish you well. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next episode of #OPW, Old People Wisdom. Have a fantastic day.